Yo, 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 it's your boy JSF. How y'all doing, man? I know the screen is looking a little different. This ain't MK11. This is actually the game before it, Injustice 2. A game that I like a little more. Some things I want to change about this game too, but I like this game. But yeah, I want to talk about Injustice 3. So I wanted to play. I've been playing this a little bit more lately as well, and basically with all the stuff going on, I think Ed Boon did an interview recently where he was like asked like, "Oh, you guys make Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and do you want to work on anything else?" And he's like, "We thought about, they think of they're asking like, do you think about it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think about all the other games and other things, but we have things that we're working on," and it kind of just like the way he said it kind of was another thing that solidified that. Injustice 3 is probably the next game we're getting. Plus, with the Comic-Con stuff going on right now, with the DC fandom thing coming next month, I think it's some pretty good time to announce this, and I expect Injustice 3 to be announced very soon. So I've been thinking about this, thinking about the Injustice franchise a lot, and just things I would like to see. Right? I like this game, but there's definitely some things I would like to change about it. Right? This is just the multiverse, the tower mode or whatever. I just picked Starfire because I need to get like a bunch of super moves, so easiest way to do it is just build Hell Meter. But anyway, basically I want to talk about some things that I would like to see in Injustice 3, and this is not my character wish list. This is my gameplay wish list in, gameplay changes and elements that I would like to see in the game. Some things I would like to change, some things I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Like, that's how I feel about some of these things. So I wanted to talk about some of those. And the first thing that I would like to see in Injustice 3, and these are all assuming that the next game NetherRealm announces is that, right? It can always be, they can always announce Mortal Kombat 12 or some other crazy nonsense. But we're assuming they're announcing Injustice 3. So one of the first things I would like, and I say it first because it's something that they would have to do from the ground up, that they haven't done in the Injustice series 1 or 2. I would like them to do what Arc System Works did with Dragon Ball Fighters. If you're not familiar, if you never played that game, it's totally fine, I'll explain. But basically every move the characters have in that game is literally taken from either Dragon Ball the manga, which is like the comics if you are familiar with Japanese manga. It's taken from that, or taken from the anime, or taken from movies or other video games. So basically every single move in the game, whether it's a normal jab, a normal sweep, a normal jump kick, it's something like the animation from it is literally inspired and taken directly from somewhere else. And I would like to see that, or a form of that, in Injustice. Now in Injustice 1, I don't know if any of you guys played that game, when every character did their super and the screen flash, the pose they did was a pose from the comic books, which I thought was really cool, a really cool touch, but a lot of people didn't notice. Well, that was super cool, yeah, but I would like to expand on it. Like, I would like every character to be reminiscent of their comic selves. Like, what every normal that Superman does is like a punch he's done in comics before. Everything Batman does in the game is something that literally pulled from the comics. Like, that's what I'm saying I would like to see them do, basically. I hope that makes sense. It would be a lot of work. It would be a shit ton of work. I'm not, I know it would definitely be some work. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I think it's so rewarding. And like, you can, with DC Comics, you have such more of a history to pull from, right? You can pull things from video games, movies, cartoon shows, comic books, all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so much history with DC Comics for you to pull from, and I think a lot of characters will end up being cooler because you don't have to design characters from the ground. Like, oh, what would Green Lantern do? Well, open up a comic book and he'll show you what he does, and you can literally go from there, right? And you can still add your own original creative ideas, right, if you want to do that. It's totally fine, but I would like the basis to be that way. And people may disagree with that, but I think it will make it a lot more interesting than just whatever NetherRealm's coming up with. You know what I mean? Another thing that I would like to see, and I know NetherRealm isn't the most trusted developer, at least not to me, not in light of how they've handled Mortal Kombat 11. Definitely not the most entrusted to me, but I would like to see the crushing blow system from Mortal Kombat 11 expanded upon. I would love to see that. I think that would be great. I think that's one of the things that MK11 did right. The crush and blow system. Well, I don't want to say did right because they kind of went overboard with it, but the idea of it was a great addition to the game. I love that idea. You want to add counter hit moves that do more damage, and you know, like if I counter hit you, I'm rewarded for it. I like that idea, but they just need to tone it down a little bit. And as for the visual effect of it, it won't be the same, right? You're not gonna see the bones crush with the blood and all that like you see in Mortal Kombat 11. But if you just look at like well, they don't show it in this mode, but like in Justice in versus mode, when you pick a character, they pick a character and they hit each other in the face or wherever in slow mo. I think the slow down effect could literally be just like that. Literally be so similar to that. Like you don't need to reinvent the wheel here. Like it's a good mechanic. Balance it a little better, tweak it a little bit more, and then keep it the same way. Instead of showing like blood and guts, just show like a zoom in and like a slow mo punch, and like ooh, like to where you still feel the impact. Oh, missed the super. Ooh, I did nice. To where you still feel the impact, but you don't you don't see blood and guts because it's rated C. Another thing I would like to see, the breaker system for this game, as you just saw, I was gonna say breakaway. The class system, keep it. Class system is great. It's one guaranteed breaker. Keep it the way it is, and keep the flip outs. Right in this game, for those of you who don't know, you have 4 bars a meter, and you can spend 2 bars to do an air tech. So you can flip out of a combo. You can either go up or back. I would add a forward option, maybe, because but the thing is, like, it was all really good, and nobody really complained about it, because they all had recovery, right? They all had recovery. Like, every single form of the flip out was unsafe. It was only safe in certain instances against certain characters if you did the right flip out. But, excuse me, people could do certain combos that, like, this will punish you for flipping out. It was a better version of the breakaway system. Like you could never use the air tech. I say flip out, but the air tech, you could never use it and then punish them for hitting you. It didn't exist, because once you flipped out of the combo, you had recovery. Like, it was a great system. I don't know why they ruined it in MK11 and went backwards. I have no idea, but I would love to see the air tech system from this game return. I think that does not need to be changed. Do not try to add a new breaker system. Literally just keep that one, please. Literally just keep the same one. So one other thing, and this is probably a small minuscule me change, I would like to see the character models be a little bit bigger. I still think they're a little too small. Like in Justice 1, character models were tiny, right? The stage was so much bigger than the characters, and I get it, they wanted the stage to play a part in the match. I totally understand, but I think we're a little bit past that. It's not like in Justice 2, interactables weren't like such a huge thing anymore, so I think we've graduated past that a little bit. So like, make the character models on par with Mortal Kombat character models, and they're a little bigger in this game. They're not as small, but if you get further away from each other, like, your character models do get pretty small. And it just, I don't know. It's not bad in this game. Just a tiny bit more, I think, would help it out a little bit. Like, make the game a little easier to track. Like, just, it's a small aesthetic change, which a lot of people wouldn't notice the difference of until you watched it. Like, if you go back and play Injustice 1 and you look at it, you go, wow, fucking characters are tiny. Like, like, it's something you don't notice until you change it. So it's just a small aesthetic change that I would like to see. Just a small one. Another thing I would like to see is more skins, more gear, or whatever. However they want to do the gear system, I like the way they did it in this game. I think they did a little too much. The MK11 gear system is a little bit better, but it's not enough customization. It's more just, hey, here are the skins. You can change a mask or something. You know what I mean? It's not enough customization. But I think in this game they screwed up because they left out so many like possible iconic costumes or anything like that. And like that and premiere skins, all that, like they left out so many possible opportunities that I would like to see. Like you can, like I would like characters to be customizable in some form again. I don't want to say I want variations, because I don't. And I don't want moves that are only usable in non-competitive play. I would just like to be able to an extent, pick 2 or 3 moves for my character. I think that would be cool. And I think you can do something like that, and then you can add like different Green Lanterns, right? You can add Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, John Stewart Green Lantern, Guy Gardner Green Lantern, like as one example, right? You can add Valzai Superman. These are like premiere skin ideas, but like even just for costumes, you can do like Parallax for Green Lantern. There's like so many, like the 90s Superman costumes where he's red and blue. Like, I mean, some people don't like those, but I'm just saying these are just examples of gear opportunities that they kind of just didn't do. And there's more egregious examples of ones. Like the Flash got some cool ones. He got a reverse Flash skin, and he got the Godspeed look through his shaders and his costumes, which is great. I think that's wonderful. But I don't think every character in the game got the same justice with that. And I would like to see all of them get it, right? Like I don't think we needed to we should have had to wait until Justice 3 to get every character the right way. But, you know, it's fine. I think, like, they did some in Injustice 1, and it was really cool, right? Like, the Vixen skin for Cheetah, like, really, really cool. But I think we can expand on that a little bit, and there's some specific skins, like Parallax for Green Lantern Hal Jordan. I can't believe they didn't do that. Like, I'm shocked. You know what I mean? That's just one thing that I would like to see them expand on, and that'll come down to people, personal preference, what you want to see. Like, there's no Blackfire costume for Starfire, right? There's a Blackfire shader, like a color, but she doesn't have a Blackfire like premiere skin or anything, you know. So it's just like some little things like that that I would like them to do a little bit better next time. They didn't do a bad job on it. It could just be expanded upon. God damn, Raiden, you just won't back up, huh? Gotta create my space. Oh, he can teleport, that's why. Wow, he just died. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. I got 1 or 2 things on my list. I've already said I want more special moves, or moves, how do you say? I want to be able to customize my character in competitive gameplay. I would like to have that. It's not impossible to do. You can literally add it to the select screen. They could have did it in MK11. They just chose not to for whatever reason. I would like to have that, where you literally pick your character, then you can pick 2 attacks or 3 attacks, right? Whatever it is, 2 attacks, 3 attacks, whatever. Your character has a base move set, and then you can pick 2 or 3 moves, and then that's it. And the people who say, oh, it would take too long in tournaments, no it wouldn't, because there are, if you go to MKX or something where you pick a character, you can pick a skin, you can pick a variation. That's literally 2 choices you pick at the select screen. If you're going to a tournament, you should know what you want to pick. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be like 30 moves per character. It'd be like 8 moves per character like it is in MK11. So I think that would be cool. I think I'm on the last thing now. Oh, I got 2 more things. 2 more things. I would like to see a bigger and better ranked online league. Please, God, don't give us Combat League Volume 2. I would like, and I'm the person who's been complaining about we need an online ranked league since literally MKX, I think. I mean, I think Injustice 1, I even said it before that came out. I was like, we need an online ranked league, because Street Fighter 4 had it, right? I would like to see character ranks. Like, you should have your rank, let's say I'm champion rank, I'm warrior rank, I'm god rank, whatever it's gonna be called in Injustice, right? But I'm also number 1,000 and whatever the fuck ranked overall, but I'm number 10 as a Starfire player, right? I think that would be cool. That would encourage like character loyalism, like, oh hey, I'm the best Starfire player, I'm the best Brainiac player. I think that would be cool. I think there needs to be more than 9 ranks, and it shouldn't reset every month. I think that's kind of stupid and silly. I don't know what that's about. Like, I guess you want another way to give rewards, but I don't think your ranked mode should reset. There's no other game that really does that ever. Damn, man. Oh, I haven't supered him yet. Hold up, I gotta super him. But yeah, that's. I just want to see the ranked online mode expanded upon. Did I get him? Money. Yeah, I want to see that expanded upon. And then the last thing is, which is something that was said in the quote-unquote leaks, which I think were proven false. I don't know for sure, but I do like the idea of a Blackest Night story. I would like there to be a Blackest Night story mode. We can have Necron as the main Chronica type villain, like the big unplayable monster villain in like Black Hand or William Hand, if you're familiar with DC Comics. Have him as like the villain that you fight, that's a playable villain, but the real villain could just be Necron, who is basically just the personification of death in the Black Lantern Corps. If you haven't read Blackest Night from DC Comics, read it, super good. Basically, all the dead heroes and villains come back to life because Black Lanterns are the Lanterns of Death, and he literally raises the dead, and they're all zombies. It's a cool way to bring a bunch of characters back, and you can play with the story mode with it as well. Like, what if dead Lois comes back to life, and like Superman freaks out, like, holy shit, that's Lois, and she's like, hi, Clark. But they're all villains. That's the thing. When they come back to life, the dead people, they're not good. They're all villains. So like, she comes back and says like, hey, you turned into a fucking monster. What the hell is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, I think it could make for a good story because you already did Brainiac. They didn't do Darkseid yet, but Darkseid's he's in this game, so it'd be kind of weird to make him the villain of the next game. It's possible, but I think if you go Necron and Black Hand, I think it'll catch some people off guard, and it could be a really good story. I think that would be dope. I think that would be super sick, because you can literally bring back any character you want. You can kill any character. Like, it's literally zombie apocalypse, DC Comics war. It's amazing, and I think that would be the coolest story that we could possibly get. But let me know what y'all think, man. That's about all for me for my Injustice wish list for gameplay, story, just things I want to see besides specific characters. I feel like a character wish list is its own video. Oh shit, I gotta do 10 special moves. I feel like a character wish list is its own video. So let me know what y'all think. And yeah, leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you like the content. I'd appreciate it. And that'll be that, man. I'm gonna fight this Aquaman again because I screwed up the event. But anyways, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. This video's probably longer than I wanted it to be. So anyway, y'all take care.